What's the deal with Marvis Sholoto? Graciously designed by Papers Everywhere and having his introduction written by the mysterious V of Homestuck, Marvis is a troll that you feel you can trust with your life. Until you can't. Puts you in deadly situations, but then rescues you. Is part of a deadly alien clown cult, yet is a cult of personality. And he's my favorite.
Oh please. Spare me your simping nonsense.
No need to be jealous, Phil.
Me? Jealous? Whatever for? What do you even see in that extra-canonical clown anyway?
He's tall, talented, has a logical outlook towards Alternia's political and social movements, is kind and personable. He actually attempts to rescue the reader from a bad ending, and is not just a snack, but the whole buffet. Do you see his pectorals, bruv? And Marvis hates zebra, which I'm all for.
I'm leaving. Let me know when you want the logical side of your personality back.
Back to the subject, the reason for Marvis's odd eccentricities all comes down to one quickly edited repost. When Marvis was first revealed during the Hiveswap troll call on January 31st, 2018, he was originally sporting his Caprist signed hat. The hat was quickly removed, with What Pumpkin stating, "That wasn't his actual sign, though. Marvis is a trickster, aka a lying piece of shit. You'll have to wait till Act 2 to see his actual sign. Never trust a clown, kids. They're addicted to pranks." A trickster, you say? Of course, Homestuck fans are well aware of Trickster mode, Easter eggs added by the coding team for many of the comic's walk-around sections that allowed people to essentially break the flash coding and travel anywhere the player wanted on the map. Trickster mode became a canon state of being when Act 6 rolled around, and the Alpha Kids went around wreaking mischievous havoc, breaking conventions of the universe in the process, and obtaining the OP Zilly weapons when they def were not supposed to. However, let's talk about the inspiration of this mysterious power. In mythology, religion, and folklore, tricksters are sneaky, dishonest characters who, as their name suggests, use their smarts to play tricks on others and break the rules. They're known as boundary crossers, playfully shaking things up in society and making that the new normal. A few well-known tricksters are Loki from Norse myth, Dionysus, Hermes, and Pan from Greek myth, Anansi the Spider from West Africa, and Bugs Bunny from the Looney Tunes. The trickster is also present in psychologist and psychoanalyst Carl Jung's theory of collective unconscious. Long story short, Jung suggested that the reason that there are so many recognizable reoccurring characters and storylines throughout the world's cultures is because they were always there, planted in the back of your mind. And humanity is repeating the same stories and archetypal characters over and over again. Jung's trickster is described as a character that deceives, often playfully, sometimes painfully, is often depicted in a very sexualized manner, and plays havoc with the hyper-rational personality types and community. This trickster can also overlap with a few other archetypes, one of which is the Fool. Fool figures are distressed by their own lack of power and seek it through greed and fame, often projecting their inadequacies onto people they consider other, taking financial and spiritual advantage over his followers. A good real-world example of Jung's Fool, who gained his desired power, would be a certain dictator with a stupid mustache who is infamously missing one ball. YouTube. However, keep in mind that Jung's archetypes are not all good or all bad, and even the Fool has a benevolent form. This version of the Fool is called the Clown. The Clown is more aware of his connection as a trickster and plays jokes on people or makes a fool of himself for the sake of their audience's laughter. You can't have comedy without a little cruelty. The Clown is cruel or suffers cruelty for us. This is about Marvis, not you. Okay. The trickster often plays the role of the clown, so trickster, fool, and clown are usually seen together under the large and more dreaded shadow archetype. So how does this apply to Marvis? When Marvis appeared in Hiveswap Act 2, he was wearing the capriced sign as shown earlier. So either the Homestuck team was lying to us, or he is. But what else do we have? He befriends the social pariahs and is kind and courteous to those lower on the hemo spectrum, something rather unheard of for your stereotypical high blood. He's charming, making friends easily, and is willing to go to the point of attempting to outfox a doomed timeline for even the newest of his acquaintances. Yet he also plays games with them for his own amusement when they're so close to reaching their goal. Sounds like a trickster to me. Maybe that's all there is to it. But of course, that's just one take on Marvis's mysterious ways. Another possibility that I never thought of was that Marvis is not just tricking you, or the reader, or Joey, but everyone for his own survival. He's not just lying about his sign, he's lying about his entire cast. This is the idea that Marvis Sholoto is secretly a lime-blooded troll hiding inside of one of Alternia's most vicious casts. Let me just say, I have a healthy bit of skepticism about this. Allegedly, the term Sholoto comes from the Insane Clown Posse fanbase. Where else? It is slang for a poser, a faker, who managed to sneak their way into your Juggalo crew. However, I searched and I can't find any sources for this definition, aside from what the Homestuck Tumblr theorists have said, so I'm personally taking that with a heaping pile of salt. Look at the screen. Do these three look like they're part of the same cast to you? Then again... But if this is a true fact, it's a bit ironic that Marvis hates Zebra for being a clout and clown-chasing parasite, given his own possible situation. Then again, it fits with the definition for Young's fool. Many of these theorists cite Marvis's similarities to the Limeblood cast, according to the Homestuck Extended Zodiac Quiz. As the post-canon writers have put it, Limebloods are said to be tumultuous, bringing great emotion and creativity to their endeavors, have large groups of friends, drawing people to them with allure and the promise of excitement, usually unconsciously. They are exceedingly kind and empathetic, but incredibly vicious if they're in a bad mood. But if they use their powers for good, they make very loyal companions, and that they have a tendency towards melodrama, especially when they feel passionately about something. That last one really stands out to me. Melodrama is over-exaggerated language or actions trying to appeal to emotion, but historically, melodrama meant a play, with music and orchestration accompanying the action. So, like a bombastic rap performance. Keeping in mind, Marvis has no love for the Alternian aquatic rulers, but is unwilling to do anything to rise up for fear of persecution from both lower and upper classes. He puts acts on stage to trick his audience into thinking he's the killer clown they all expect him to be, but not once have we seen him even attempt murder. Someone with a blood color to hide, seeking protection under the pretense of fame and violence. Sounds familiar. As does censoring any curse word. Is it plausible? Yes. I'm still doubtful, but we didn't see him bleed during Friends Sim, did we? So if he was lying about his sign and cast, is he even a time player? More likely than not. He was aware that he's not canon. Totally chill with it. Always is in the right place at the right time, seeming to know the paths of the main characters before they do, and he spoke monologues about truth and relevancy that could have been plucked from the Homestuck epilogues. This trails into a bit of speculation I have about where the source of this otherworldly information could be coming from. Who do we know on Alternia that is constantly in people's business, has the power of resetting timelines, and was not present at all during the events of Hiveswap Act 2. Doc Scratch tends to spend his time manipulating young, spirited, impressionable girls, but if you remember The Handmaid, and take into account Caliborn, Bro Strider, and post-canon Dirk's manipulation of Dave, he's got a soft spot for time players as well. Granted, this headcanon is not the most solid thing, but what if Marvis, somehow, has a connection to Doc Scratch's knowledge? Maybe Scratch even has partial control over the High Blood Rapper. It's not completely out of the question. After all, there already is one troll who knows more about him and us than she should. But yeah, that's just what I think, whatever that's worth. What do you guys think? Is Doc Scratch involved? Do you think Marvis is secretly a Limeblood? Or is he just a tricksy clown? Feel free to comment down below. I'm just saying, if someone were to make a Friday Night Funkin' mod of Marvis with Zephyros as the boyfriend and Joey as the girlfriend, I would really enjoy that. Yeah, if you told me like 3 years ago that I would be simping for a silly, like, clown, I would totally be calling you out for bullcrap. But these extra canonical clowns are something else. Thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you all next time. Bye!
Hey there. Consider becoming a patron, just like the phenomenal Bleed Red, Alexander Madeline, Uranium Coffee, Runda, and Cloudy Days.